Radio Row is Super Bowl week for the Kansas City Chiefs. It ends this weekend as they take on the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday live at State Farm Stadium. Yours truly will be in attendance, will be in the press box covering your Kansas City Chiefs. And with me, I'm not even going to pronounce his name. He just told me, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it because my mom.
That's all right. But
Nope.
yeah, Akbar Baja Biamila, and it is difficult. It is a lot of letters, a lot of A's in there.
A lot of vowels and consonants put next to each other.
They're fighting against each other in there.
First of all, what brings you to Radio Row Super Bowl 57? I know we have met before. We couldn't actually figure out the year, but like you said, time just seems to be running. I remember telling someone that my first Radio Row that I covered was in 2016-17 when the
wow.
Hold on now.
I'm not gonna tell everybody who was just calling. I'm not gonna tell you that was just Roger Goodell calling. I saw that. It was Roger Goodell calling.
So tell me, the first time was in the year that 6 years ago, I guess, the year that the Patriots came back and won against the Atlanta Falcons. And it seems like, with Patrick Mahomes, the last 5 years, I've been at these Radio Rows and Super Bowls, and it's like everything just seems to just get blended in together. So what brings you to Radio Row this week?
Well, in addition to my partnership with Experian, I come here because it's a reunion, it's a fraternity. As a former player, I get a chance to see, our lives are so busy, during the year, during the season. And we get to, we get spread apart, but we get to come back together as a big fraternity. And I'm looking at Stephon Diggs over here. I saw DeMarcus Ware earlier, was able to congratulate him on his getting into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Nate Burleson. And so I'm just running. I saw Steve Smith. So it's just like we all get together. It's like it's really the time of the year where we get to just check in like, hey, I see you. And get new numbers because everybody's changing their numbers. But I love it.
It's interesting you said it because Tate Johnson sits behind me, and that's one of the things that he was saying that he likes about. He lives here in Arizona, but that's one of the things he says is getting a chance, literally, to see players that you don't, because you lose contact just because of life.
Right.
When you go your separate ways and stuff, and so this is kind of like as you said, this is a Super Bowl for media people to make connections and to keep up and keep in contact with them, the same as the players. So, unfortunately, one of your PR people talk about how you're a big Eagles fan. So I want your thoughts on this Sunday's matchup and why, if you feel that the Eagles are going to win, give me your expertise opinion as to why.
Well, my manager, Alexi Posner,
we're going to put her out there.
I'm going to put her out there. She's a super manager. I mean, she's really helped my career a lot. But the one thing
she's going to be hurting her career in Kansas City. I just want you to know that.
The one thing she doesn't know is she doesn't know how to tell me how to predict games because she didn't play in the NFL. I did. And so she's an Eagles fan, and, credit to her, she's an Eagles fan. But as for me, I don't have a dog in the fight. I just tell you what I see as a former player.
Okay.
And what I see as a former player is that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win this game.
See, you're a smart man. See, Gates Barbecue, when my man comes to town,
yes.
We already know what time it is.
Look, I'm a former Raider, so I've been to Gates Barbecue, and they will yell at you, and they will scream at you.
How may I help you?
I'm like, yo, I know I play for the Raiders, but chill.
Bring it down,
but the barbecue is good, though.
Facts.
So, the barbecue is good. But I actually have a bet going on with my co-host on the talk. So we made this big wager. When the Kansas City Chiefs win, I'm going to get Gates Barbecue, and I'm literally going to just barbecue him. I'm going to just put it all over him on live television.
He's going to be lathered in sweet and mild sauce.
So I want everybody to tune in to CBS and to watch on the talk Monday after the Super Bowl because he will. And then if in the God forbid case that I lose, I will have to get into a big old bun, and they're going to throw a bunch of steak on me and put hey, Alexi, what do you guys call it when you put cheese? Ritz, what is it? Whiz, whatever. Whiz, whatever that kind of language that is.
We know it won't happen.
It won't happen. I'm not going to have cheese all over me. You know what I mean? So
I definitely can't wait to see that. I'm going to be traveling back, but I'm going to watch.
Oh yeah. It's not going to happen to
clips
me.
On that. Yeah. So, at the beginning of the season, who was your original Super Bowl pick? And when did you see throughout the season that, okay, Philadelphia is going to be there, but Kansas City is going to be there? So when did you see
what?
this
I
happen?
actually thought, to believe it or not, and I'm not saying this because I'm a former Raider, but I actually thought that it was going to come in the form of someone in the AFC West. I thought because you saw dangerous Russell Wilson headed over to the Broncos, and then
Yeah,
we had
Devontae
Devontae
Adams to the
Adams, and
Raiders.
I just thought like, yo, this is really, you got Patrick Mahomes. I'm like, this is really going to be the Chargers. Everybody looked stacked in the AFC West, so I was very confident that one of those teams was going to break, but I thought and gave the edge because of Devontae Adams to the Raiders. But as the season started to unfold, I'm like, whoa. I mean, one thing remained true is that you knew from the AFC side that could nobody mess with the Kansas City Chiefs. But then I was surprised, and I got to give credit. And I know I'm not picking the Eagles to win this game, but I got to give credit to the Eagles. They performed every single week in the league. And I'm like, who would have ever thought? And that NFC East turned out to be the NFC Beast. I mean, they were really, really good.
This is interesting. And look, I take nothing away from what the Eagles have done because they have been the best team all season, even above Kansas City.
Yeah.
I am actually proud of the maturation and the growth of Jalen Hurts as a quarterback.
Yeah.
Because look, we know what happened when he was at Alabama, getting benched the second half for the second half of that national championship game, and then transferring the following season. But I tell people, don't forget, Alabama got to play in the CFP because of Jalen Hurts, when Tua got hurt in the SEC game against Georgia. He came in the second or late in the first half and led them to victory and balled out. And so, before transferring over to Oklahoma. So, look, I am glad to see the growth that he's made. But before we get you out of here, just your thoughts as a former player and now seeing two black quarterbacks starting in the Super Bowl. And people know it is Black History Month, but your thought process on the significance of seeing that.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I think about, some of the great legends that we talk about and we say their names over and over. Joe Montana, Jim Kelly, Dan Marino.
Yeah.
We think about some of these greats, but like for my young son who's playing football and he sees and like, Dad, Jalen Hurts against Patrick Mahomes, right? Like that's going to be seared into his brain. And so I just think it's a great celebration of where the NFL started and where the NFL is right now. There's still a long way to go, but I think we just take a breath. It's not even really about race as much as it is about recognizing the significance of what's happening when you have two black quarterbacks in Black History Month, playing in the Super Bowl. I mean, it's heavy, but it's also a moment to go, like, this is cool. Like, like it's a big deal. It's emotional to me because I'd never seen it. No one's ever seen it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, this is cool. I remember Doug Williams, but now you see it on the other side, it's changing the narrative. When you have stories like this, it just changed the narrative.
Akbar, thank you very much. Your score prediction for the game?
Score prediction. I've got the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Eagles. I'm going to say 27-21. And speaking of score, real quick, Experian. I'm here in partnership with Experian. Experian Boost can help you increase your credit score, and it's real simple. All you have to do is self-report your actual streaming services like Netflix, like Disney Plus, like Hulu, and Experian can allows you to increase your credit score. But right now, they are really focusing on trying to improve people's financial health by allowing people to save more money. And this is a time right now where people need to save money because we're looking at inflation. Things are expensive right now. So check out Experian Boost. And there's a new cool tool that I absolutely love that allows you to compare your insurance, your car insurance, where you can go through and see which insurance is best for you and saves you money. So anyways, check out the Experian app and Experian Boost.
Appreciate it very much.
Thank you so much, Darren. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Get that gate sauce ready for you.
Oh yeah. He's gonna wear it.
All right, we'll be back after this timeout. Akbar, thank you so very much for your time.
Kansas City Cocktail Company is a mobile bartending caterer serving the greater Kansas City area. They specialize in creating craft cocktails and providing exceptional service. Their mission is to provide their guests a unique bar and beverage experience and to make their hosts look like superstars and to allow them to enjoy the party. KC Cocktail can bartend any event or any size group or drop off their craft cocktails right to your door. They have multiple mobile bars, including their signature bubble bars, a vintage bar cart, and a horse trailer bar for outdoor venues and events. Check out their website at www.kccocktailco.com or their social on Instagram or Facebook at KC Cocktail Company to get more info on bar setups, pricing, and availability. Or you can call 816-456-4388 or email at hello@kccocktailco.com.